You're in the middle of a high-stakes raid, your team's pinned down, and the enemy's closing in. Your screen's a blur of muzzle flashes and smoke, but you can't afford to blink, not when every millisecond counts. You need a laptop that doesn't just keep up with your reflexes, but them. One that doesn't overheat when the action gets hot, doesn't throttle when the pressure's on, and doesn't leave you staring at a dim, laggy display when you need razor-sharp clarity. This isn't just about playing the game anymore. It's about it. And that's exactly what the Alienware 16 Aurora is built to do. But here's the problem. Most gaming laptops promise power, but they deliver heat, noise, and compromise. They cram in a GPU that's already outdated by the time you unbox it. They skimp on cooling, so your frame rates tank after 20 minutes of play. They force you to choose between performance and portability, between a display that's bright enough to see in daylight and one that's smooth enough to track fast-moving targets. The market's flooded with half solutions, machines that look the part but fold under real-world pressure. So where do you turn when you need a laptop that doesn't just the demands of modern gaming, but then without breaking a sweat? Let's start with the Alienware 16 Aurora's first impression, because this machine doesn't just look the part. It like the future. From the moment you lift the lid, you're greeted by a chassis that's both sleek and substantial. The streamlined design isn't just for show. It's engineered to dissipate heat efficiently without the bulk of traditional gaming laptops. The build quality is premium, with a combination of machined aluminum and reinforced plastics that scream durability. The keyboard is a tactile dream, with per-key RGB lighting that's not just customizable, but you can assign macros to specific keys for in-game commands, giving you a split-second advantage in competitive play. The trackpad is responsive, and the speakers, tuned by Wave's NX 3D audio, deliver a surprisingly immersive experience for both gaming and media. But the real star of the show is the display. A 16-inch WQXGA panel with a 120Hz refresh rate and 300 nits of brightness means you're getting crisp, vibrant visuals with smooth motion. No ghosting, no stuttering, just pure clarity. Whether you're diving into a cinematic RPG or tracking an opponent in a fast-paced shooter, this screen keeps you locked in. Now, let's talk about what's under the hood, because this is where the Alienware 16 Aurora truly separates itself from the pack. At its core is the Intel Core 7-240H processor, a 16-core beast that handles everything from raw computation to AI-assisted tasks with ease. Paired with that is the NVIDIA GeForce RTX 5050 laptop GPU, powered by NVIDIA's cutting-edge Blackwell architecture and AI-driven enhancements. This isn't just a graphics card. It's a powerhouse that delivers real-time ray tracing, DLSS 4 support, and AI upscaling that makes even the most demanding games playable at high settings. But the real innovation here is the cooling system. Alienware's newly designed Cryo-Chamber structure doesn't just move air. By directing airflow precisely to the CPU and GPU, it maintains peak performance without the thermal throttling that plagues so many other gaming laptops. In real-world testing, I pushed this machine to its limits, running multiple AAA titles at max settings, streaming in 4K, and even tackling some light content creation, and it never once faltered. The fans ramp up, sure, but they do so intelligently, keeping noise levels manageable even under heavy load. Let's put this to the test with a few real-world scenarios. First up, gaming. I loaded up with all settings maxed out, ray tracing enabled, and DLSS set to quality mode. The RTX 5050 handled it like a champ, delivering a consistent 85 to 90 FPS at 1440p. No stuttering, no frame drops, just buttery smooth gameplay. Next, I tried at 1080p with high refresh rate mode enabled. The 120Hz display made tracking enemies a breeze, and the RTX 5050 kept up with the high frame rates without breaking a sweat. Even in a notoriously demanding title, the laptop maintained over 60 FPS at ultra settings with ray tracing on. Now let's talk about productivity. I edited a 4K video in Adobe Premiere Pro, and the Core 7-240H and RTX 5050 combo handled it effortlessly. The AI acceleration in Premiere Pro, powered by NVIDIA's Tensor cores, cut render times by nearly 30% compared to my older machine. And for streaming, I ran at 1440p while broadcasting to Twitch at 1080p 60 FPS. The laptop stayed cool, the stream remained stable, and the gameplay was buttery smooth. The only trade-off? Battery life. This isn't a machine you're going to use unplugged for long. Expect around 3 to 4 hours of light use, and that drops quickly under load. But let's be real, if you're gaming or creating, you're probably plugged in anyway. So what are the pros and cons? On the plus side, the Alienware 16 Aurora delivers unparalleled performance in a sleek, well-built package. The display is a standout, the cooling system is a game-changer, and the keyboard and audio are top-notch. The RTX 5050 and Core 7240H combo ensures you're future-proofed for years to come, and the Cryo-Chamber cooling means you won't have to worry about thermal throttling. On the downside, the battery life is lackluster, the price tag is steep, and the laptop's weight, around 5.5 pounds, means it's not exactly portable. It's also worth noting that while the design is premium, it's not exactly subtle. If you're looking for something that blends into a professional setting, this isn't it. How does it stack up against the competition? Let's compare it to the Asus ROG Zephyrus G16. The Zephyrus is lighter and has a slightly better battery life, but it lacks the Cryo-Chamber cooling system, and its RTX 4070 GPU falls short of the RTX 5050's performance. The Razer Blade 16 is another strong contender, with a stunning display and a more compact design, but it's significantly more expensive and doesn't offer the same level of cooling efficiency. The Lenovo Legion Pro 7i is a great alternative, with comparable performance and a better keyboard, but its build quality isn't quite as premium. When it comes to raw power, cooling, and overall value, the Alienware 16 Aurora stands out as the best all-around package. So, is the Alienware 16 Aurora the right choice for you? If you're a serious gamer, a content creator, or someone who demands the absolute best in performance without compromise, then yes, this is the laptop for you. It's not cheap, and it's not subtle, but it delivers where it matters most, in the heat of battle, in the middle of a render, in the moments when every frame counts. If you're ready to step into the future of gaming and creation, the Alienware 16 Aurora is waiting. Click the link below, add it to your cart, and get ready to dominate. The game has never looked or played this good.